Hey friends, today we're going to look at mounting a racket on the ProStringer Module X4. Before we go ahead and mount the racket, let's go ahead and take a look at all of the components that we're going to be using and make sure that everything is right and set up. We have our main racket bar, we have our cross support bar, and in this video, this is showing number 2, it'll be number 1. For most people, I don't have a 1 bar right now to use for the demo, but the 2 will work as well. We have our throat support piece and our head support piece. Now you will notice that on these pieces, let's look at the throat support piece, there is a flat, and this is flat, it's a flat plastic fitting that goes on the metal part of the throat support piece. For the X4 system, the throat piece needs to be flat. The piece at the head is a K support, so it's a metal bar and it's a hard plastic K support piece that fits inside of that. And the head piece for the X4 needs to be that kind of that K-shaped fitting. So with that as the main setup, I usually loosen the bottom main bolt on the head so that there's a little bit of room, and I make sure that the top adjustment knob is tightened all the way in, and this is all the way flush with the main bar. We also want to make sure that the main bar is connected solidly, that there's no gap between the bars. This is the base part, this is the head part of the bars. We want to make sure that that's solid. This piece we're going to put in for support a little bit later, and then we'll talk about these once we mount the racket. So to get started, what I do is I will put the throat piece, the center of the throat piece in, and then see how far away we are from the head. We're pretty far away, so we're gonna need to adjust this up a bit. And let's see now how far we are. The fit, if you can see this, when the racket goes over this K piece, there's just enough clearance for that to happen. So we want to make sure that there is just a lot. We don't want too much clearance there, but there has to be enough. If you are forcing the racket in over the K piece, it's too tight. Go ahead and make it looser. This is fitting just about perfect. We're gonna go ahead and set it down a little bit looser. Go ahead and put it down, and you'll see that there's a gap as you go to the lower part of this. To fix that gap, we need to use the adjustment knob here, and we're turning it to the right, and that is pulling this head out, which is why we gave this some room. We knew it had to pull out. It's pulling this out towards the frame. So we are going to pull it out until it's finger tight. We do not want to over tighten. Make sure that it's finger tight, and the racket is now in the system. We're checking here. Let's check the main bar. Make sure there is no gap in the main bar. We're going to take the support piece that's here and slide it into the throat piece. That provides necessary support during the stringing process. So don't forget to slide that piece in. Now we're ready to put on our swivel clamps. So these units can be loosened up. You will be able to slide them. So we're just going to slide it out. I'm putting this on so it doesn't mark the frame, and I'm just sliding it down. I'm going to do the same thing over here on the other side. Pull this out, insert the swivel clamps. Now we're going to turn the swivel clamps so they're on the frame, and with the 4-point, we're mounting these at the throat part about where you see them on this frame. So what we're going to do is we're just going to go ahead and we're going to finger tighten these until we get to the point of resistance. Oh, make sure that this is tight, that your adjustment bar is in the position it's going to be, and that you've tightened this so that it does not slide. And now we're going to tighten the swivel clamps, and they're going to align the racket nicely for us. And I'm checking to make sure that there's no gaps. Everything is touching nicely. Do not over tighten these, but now the frame is secure in the mounting system, and we need to take this bottom nut and we need to tighten this. This is the last thing we're going to do. So we're tightening this bottom nut here at the head. We have tightened this nut. There is no gap here. The support piece has slid into the base there, and that is the proper way to mount a racket on the X4 system with ProStringer.